She's uncomfortable. Meghan Markle isn't at ease in picture with Camilla, Catherine and Sophie, and it's nothing to do with grieving for the Queen. Camilla, Catherine and Sophie have one eye on her, wondering what stroke she will pull. The tension between them is all too clear. The family must have had words with her. Markle looks like she'd rather be anywhere than where she is now. Catherine and Camilla have had enough of her, and it shows. Twitter caught a glimpse of Markle, dressed in all black like the other members of the royal family, seemingly smirking at one point during the procession, which drew a record number of mourners, and service that saw the Queen's coffin come into rest at Westminster Abbey. Fans quickly flooded the social platform with disdain for the Duchess, with one person fuming about the attention-grabbing look. She couldn't have day that is not about her. Someone else blasted Meghan for having zero shame, and yet another angry fan called the mum of two smug. All isn't well aboard the good ship Markle. It's sailing through some stormy waters. More news is creeping out about them fighting again. It appears that Harry is blaming her for him losing everything. Their latest argument was about him not being allowed to wear his military uniform. The women of the royal family all showed their grief in different ways as they attended Wednesday's lying in state service for Queen Elizabeth II. On the most sombre day since the Queen's passing, Catherine the Princess of Wales appeared slightly grief-stricken as she followed the coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall by car. She was joined by Sophie the Countess of Wessex, who swallowed back tears. The royal family appeared as choreographed as flying geese for this appearance, walking in a very formal formation according to body language expert Judi James. She said, "When Catherine entered the palace hall, she did appear to be as silently grief-stricken as Sophie, with some heavy swallowing, pursed lips and narrow-looking eyes, suggesting she was close to tears." Meanwhile, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left Westminster Hall hand in hand on Wednesday, and their close display of affection quickly garnered media attention. Harry and Meghan's breach of royal protocol has received mixed reactions online, with many disputing whether the display of affection was a show of unity or a subtle royal dig. Body language expert Judi James told that the gesture was emotionally impulsive, but noted that it's hard to not factor in how Harry was not allowed to appear in uniform like the others, apart from Andrew, so possibly felt less restriction in terms of sustaining royal protocol. "How is holding hands disrespectful?" asked one Twitter user. "Just admit that Meghan can't do anything right in your eyes. No wonder they left England." Another pointed out that it was confusing people were offended by married people holding hands, adding that the simple gesture may have been Meghan's way of comforting Harry. Besides, Meghan Markle and Sophie Wessex are expected to follow the Queen's funeral procession by car, as plans for the historic occasion have been revealed. King Charles will lead members of the royal family in walking behind the late monarch's coffin when it's moved from Westminster Hall to Westminster Abbey on Monday for the state funeral. Behind will be brothers Prince William and Prince Harry, who have a fractured relationship but have united in their grief for their grandmother, along with Peter Phillips, who's another one of the Queen's grandsons. They will be followed by the Princess Royal's husband, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, the late monarch's cousin, the Duke of Gloucester, and her nephew, the Earl of Snowdon.